Hello students, welcome to Pyramid EduTech. So this is second lecture of our CSS series. In first lecture we have seen introduction of CSS. We have seen three types of CSS: internal CSS, external CSS, inline CSS. Now we will talk about something called CSS selectors. Okay, so we will talk about something called selectors in CSS. So as we know, we have seen the syntax, we have talked about selectors. So when we talk about selectors, selectors are of four kinds. I just write. The first one is your ID selector, or let me go with something called element selectors. Okay, so let me go with something called element selector. First is your element selector. Second is your something called ID selector. Okay. Third one is your class selector. And fourth one is your group selector or grouping selector, whatever you say. Alright, so element selector, ID, class and grouping, what all are difference in this? So it is very simple. Okay, you will understand very easily. Just focus here, just focus for some time and you will understand all the concepts very easily. Okay, just when we talk about something called element selectors, okay, when we talk about something called element selectors, so when we talk about element, it's just simple. Like if I have a paragraph, okay, and I have something called hello para, all right, and inside this, okay, inside this I just write something or style tag here. Inside this, if I write something called P and if I say color red, so it means that this paragraph, this is an element, this element is directly targeted by this value. So this will directly get an access and directly get, wait just a minute, this is lecture 2, not lecture 1, this is lecture 2. Yeah, so now you can see that hello para is of getting color red. So this is your element selector. Okay, class selector, simple, in the same program I write everything in the same thing. Okay, so if I have a class here, we already have seen that if I have a class here of para and I have an ID here, okay, I have an ID here, ID of para ID. Okay, so for accessing class we already know that what we do, we just write dot para here. Okay, and here if I write something called color green, so it will apply green color, and for accessing our ID we use hatch. And if I write something called para ID, inside this if I write something called color, let's go with yellow. If I save this, you will see, you will understand the concept. First is red, second is green, third is yellow. So this is how your element selector, ID selector and class selector works. Okay, so last one is your grouping selectors. So grouping selector, it means that if suppose I have a paragraph here, I just comment these two for now. Okay, I have a para and then I have a span also. Okay, I do have a span tag. Okay, inside this I just write something called hello span. Alright, so I want that, I just remove this thing, I want that red color property will be applied on para also and a span also. So simply I would say P comma span. So both will, just understand that both will get the property access of color red. If I save this, if I come here, you can see hello para, hello span, both will get color of red. So for grouping selector, just use comma and just give the same property. This is it. So now let's yeah, so we're done with the selector part. So let's see some more properties. So there are some more properties in CSS. So let's go with something called fonts. Okay, so in CSS you can apply Google fonts, something called Google fonts. Okay, so let me show you how you apply Google fonts. So suppose I want the thing I am writing, okay, suppose inside this paragraph, whatever I am writing, okay, I don't like this color. Okay, just see here, I don't like this, means the texture of this color, I don't like this font. Okay, I want some different font or different variety of font. Okay, so let me tell you how gonna do that. So first you have to come here and just type something called Google Fonts. Okay, yeah, so I just decrease this for now. Yeah, so Google Fonts, directly just search here Google Fonts and click on this. You will see too many fonts in there. Yeah, so you can see Roboto, Nota Sans, I don't know what it is. So you can see too many of fonts here. These are different languages. Suppose I want some stylings from this font. Okay, suppose I want let me go with some font like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, I want to choose this type of things. So I just come here regular. I just click on this plus button. Okay, so what I have done, I have gone there, I have clicked on this plus 400. Okay, so first what I have to do, I have to take this value. Okay, I just copy this thing. Okay, just copy from here and just come here. Okay, after this meta, just paste that value. Okay, save this, and after that, wherever you want that property, okay, wherever you want that property, just copy this for now. Okay, and suppose I want to be applied this in my whole body, so I simply write body. Body means that wherever you will see, it will apply there. Okay, and just paste this. Okay, and as for now, now you see that the same paragraph, same para, you can see that it's coming as a design. Okay, so now if I not just para, if I write something here, okay, if I write anything here, okay, let me write some a paragraph, but let's go with lorem 243, lot of text. Okay, if I save this, now if I come here, you can see all of these things getting the same style. So you understood how you can apply Google Fonts. Simply what you have to do, you have to search Google Fonts, you have to come here, you have to apply, you have to check what size or what thing you want to apply with, because it's giving only one, that's why 400 is there. But maybe if you choose some others, there are many other options also. And just copy this, paste at the top. Okay, just see here where I have pasted this. I have pasted on this top. Okay, just paste on this top, and after that just paste wherever we want to apply. I don't want to apply on this. Okay, if I do something called a span here. Okay, if I do something called a span here, okay, I don't want to apply in the body, I just want to apply in this span tag. Okay, I just want to apply in this span tag. Now see here, if I come in this document portion, everything looks fine, but when you see para, yeah, because of the span folder, span tag, okay, it is taking that thing, okay, that cursive portion. So this is how you can apply your fonts. So there are much more properties of fonts. Okay, I just remove all these things for now. We don't want all mess for now. Okay, now there are much more properties that we can see here. So I just simply come here, I just write a para. Let me go with a class of para. Okay, so I just write some dummy text. Okay, what I should do, I should write something called dot para. We already have seen that dot para is just targeting this value, and I can write something called, first let me show you. Okay, let me show you that this text looks like this. So suppose I want that this is looking big for me. Suppose this is looking big for me. So what I can do is I can go with something called font size. Okay, and if I write something called 12 pixels, by default it's, I guess it's 16 or 17 pixels, but if I write 12 pixels, then you can see that the font sizes decreases. Okay, you can't really understand. If I decrease it to 100%, then you will understand. Okay, now you can understand. You can see that you can compare this and this. This is very smaller than this one. Okay, I increase the size for now. So suppose other than decreasing, if you want to increase the font size, just write increase the size 32 pixels. See, now see, big font size. So you can play with the font size. We have something called font family, sub-internal font family. We already have seen the external font family. How can we apply that with Google Fonts? So you can apply this also. If I save this, if I come here, you can see that there are some fonts that they carry. This will be applied in this. All right, leave this for now. We have something called font weight also. So it's from range from 1 to 900. So 1 to 400, it will look similar. Okay, you can see if I write 400, if I come here, you can see nothing changes. But suddenly if I do something called 500, now you can see that it becomes a little bold. Okay, it's not looks great for now. If I remove this, now we will understand. Okay, for now, yeah. So what I should show, I should write something called 900. Then you will see that it is become very bold. Okay, you can see that it has become too much bold. So 900 is the maximum value for this. So this is font weight here. There is something called line height. For this I need some more dummy text. Okay, lorem 22. Okay, not this. Okay, so now you can see we have a lot of text here. So what I can see that there is no means they are very close to each other. I want some gap in this. So for getting a gap, you should use something called line height. Okay, so if I write something called line height of 22 pixels, we are dealing with pixels. Later we will deal with something called rem m. You will understand all these things later. For now, just see that you can see that there is some gap. Okay, if you want more gap, you just increase this value to 32 pixels. Okay, you can see more gaps. I show you one thing is that if I come on inspect, okay, I can handle this here also. If I come here, this is called element selectors. Okay, I select this value, and now I can see a line height here 32 pixels. So I can increase and decrease. Okay, so up arrow and down arrow. If I click on up arrow, it will increase. If I click on down arrow, it will decrease. So I just click on up arrow. Okay, you can see that clicking on up arrow, it will increase the line height, decreasing if you want. So suppose I want, yeah, this looks good. So I can see that I just copy this down. Okay, I just copy this down, or I can manually put 24 here. So this is how you can check also. Okay, you can check that, okay, your website, okay, your things are looking good or not. You manually can check that, and you can apply those things there also. So this is how font weight, font families are going to working. So there is something called one more thing I want to show you, which is called font style. I write italic. You can write inherit also. So you can see italic colors, italic type, like italic looks. It gets italic looks. So one more thing I want to tell you, which is called rem and m. So m is not that important, but just understand that if I write, okay, I just remove this one for now, and for this one for now. Okay, so we got our line height here. Yeah. So instead of this, I can write, if I write something called 2m. Okay, so now you can see that it is still working the same way. Okay, if I write, okay, now you can see that if I copy this down, okay, now you can see it's applying, it's just applying the same thing again. Okay, what happens is, I just show you here. Okay, now you can see that line height is taking 2m. 2m is means that it's taking it is taking from its parent. Okay, we will understand this in much detail, but now just understand that you can play with m and rem also. Instead of m, if I write 2, 3 rem also, okay, you can see that it's working the same way. So we will see that, no, not for now. Later we will see, understand all these concepts. But for now, just understand that we have some more properties like rem, m, that we can play with that also. So this is it for now, I guess. just go through all these concepts that we have seen, that how we can import, okay, how can we take Google fonts from internet. We have seen, I think we have seen selectors also, we have seen fonts also. Okay, just remember 1 pixels. Okay, I just tell you 1 pixels is something called 1 by 96, as I remember, 1 by 96th value of an inch. So this is that much small. Okay, so we will talk about something called rem m in later half. Okay, so till now I think you just read out all these things, and next session we will talk about something called colors, borders, background images, box models. There are plenty of things: margin, padding, alignments, float, clear. There are so many things that we have to cover. So till now whatever happens, just go through it, go and if you have any doubt, just comment it down, or if you have any doubt, you come in the live class section and you can ask any whatever doubt you have.